This is weekly reset number 75, part 2, and I'm really excited about it. Some things that have helped me. Reading what other survivors have to say in our own words and not literature by people writing about us, or mental health practitioners having opinions. Stories where survivors tell what happened, stories where they don't, stories where they explain why they can't sit with their back to the door in a restaurant, or why they can't use dressing rooms, or how running marathons or planting or knitting helped them save themselves. All the weird life hacks and tricks they have to get through things. Also, the subcategory of romance manga in which the beloved has survived abuse of some kind, and the lover never once says that the beloved is dirty or unlovable, never acts that way, where it is just a solid wall of unstoppable love. Okay, so this past week, I walked at the track one day and I worked out at the gym 2 days. And this upcoming week, I want to buy some bubble bath soap and or a body scrub. And I also want to get a pedicure. So I'm still learning how to care for myself and still figuring out the things that I like and the things that I don't like, and wanting to get in tune with my timing and being at peace with my pace. And something that I thought about this week was that love is not painful. Love does not hurt. And I thought about how there are certain things that we do out of love for ourselves and for others that challenge us and stretch us and things, but love should not hurt or be painful. And that's good for me to remember, because I don't have to live a life of misery or suffering or self-sacrifice and think that that's love when it isn't. So I've been slowly moving through reading survivor stories, and the last few stories that I've been reading have really helped me to make sense of things and understand things, and have words and language to help me process. And I think that that's been something that I've been struggling to find and accept. So a few days ago, I just felt this sense of relief that I had words, that I had images and language to my experiences, and that those experiences were real, and that they are important to me and they matter to me, and they're a part of my life and my identity, and that's okay, and there's just little pieces to this bigger puzzle of mine, and I can hold them close to me, and yeah, and just have it be that. The last 2 stories that I read, one of them was saying how no one else can make sense of your story for you, and no one else can really demand of you anything, details, explanation, nothing, right? It's your thing to carry, and you carry it however you need to, because it's not something that it's not something that necessarily goes away. You just learn how to manage it, and so she was saying how, or they were saying how that has transformed for them over time, how they were doing certain things and saying certain things, and they kind of stopped doing that and were deciding that they wanted to handle it a different way for their own peace of mind, for their own sake, you know. And that it just reminds me of like taking ownership, right? And I like that. Like I like the idea of saying, hey, this is my thing, right? Like I'm claiming this or reclaiming this and making of it what I need to, you know. Yeah. So something that I did earlier in the week was I just gave myself permission to own my work experience, and in doing that, I was able to actually find some patterns and some congruency in like a lot of the roles that I've had. So I was always thinking like, oh, they're kind of like random positions that I've had at these random places. And I guess to a certain extent that's true. Like it feels random to me because I haven't really known or understood like a lot of myself and my actions and my thought process and stuff. But like in most of the roles that I've had, like I've been at the places long enough where I was able to catch on to like the routines, the tasks that were being asked of me to get accomplished, and like be able to excel in those areas, and then be able to like show other people how to do that too. So I like the idea of training, learning, and development, and I've been reading just a little bit of like what those things entail on top of like doing it. And I was like, hey, this is so me. That's cool. I can do all of these things. You know? And so I'm giving myself permission to own my training experience, being able to teach others, and enter into learning and development, the learning and development industry with my previous experience, and just making space for myself, wanting to learn as much as I can and talk to people in the space, and yeah, figure things out in that area. And I'm really, really excited about that. So I wanted to say also that I'm feeling hopeful because of that, and talking about things and sharing those things is something that really helps me. So this person's story that I was reading, they were saying that they decided that they wanted to keep stuff to themselves, and how they didn't necessarily want to like discourage anyone else from like sharing or telling their stories. And I feel like for me, it's vital, crucial, super important for me to like talk and say things all the time. That like I'm a talker, so like being able to do that has really helped me, and I want to continue to do that, and continue to make space for my words, and then also allow other people to share, and also like be able to listen to myself and to others also. And that's what's gonna keep me grounded and at my best. So I am gonna leave it at that. Man, I felt like I thought I was gonna have more to say, but I feel like that's all I have to say for right now. So I'll be back next week and I'll share some more.